and welcome to Coffee Tots at Home with me, Ann Tots. How are you all? I do hope you are well. And I'm very pleased that you've joined me for story time. And today we're continuing with our stories from around the world. And today's story is a Filipino story, and it's called The Boastful Turtle, although I've come across several versions of it from other countries as well. Once upon a time, there was a turtle, and the turtle grew tired of living in the sea. Diving to the hidden wonders of the world below bored him. He gazed up at birds flying in the sky and longed to be able to fly. Most turtles are glad that they have flippers to swim in the sea, but this turtle only moaned that they weren't wings. Most turtles know that their shell keeps them from harm, but the boastful turtle knew that the weight on his back would mean that he would never be able to fly. Flying was all he talked about, and it bored the other animals. I can imagine. And when the boastful turtle wasn't talking about flying, the boastful turtle was talking about himself. Now he was not good company. There was a wise old turtle who was so old that it was said he had once met the caretaker of the earth. Now the wise turtle spoke to the boastful turtle and said that the boastful turtle should be happy with all that he had. But the boastful turtle didn't want to listen to stories from long ago. He only cared about flying. So the boastful turtle decided to ask a bird to teach him to fly. Cheep, 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 cheep. So the boastful turtle thought about all of the birds, and he decided to ask the geese, because he thought that the geese weren't very clever and that they would probably help him. But the geese, they did not want to help the turtle because they thought it sounded like very hard work. So they said that their flock was migrating soon and were too busy to help. But you know, the boastful turtle did not care. He shouted, "I want to fly now!" The flock of geese honked with laughter. But there was one goose whose heart was large, and she decided she would help. She came up with an idea to attach 2 pieces of string to a stick, and then the turtle would hold the stick in his mouth, and the geese would carry him. They explained to the turtle that if he opened his mouth, he would fall to the ground and they would not be able to catch him. But the boastful turtle was far too excited to listen to the warnings of the geese. He was far too busy thinking about how much better than all of the sea creatures he would be if he could fly. The 2 geese took off, and the boastful turtle soared through the air above the sea. And rather than enjoying the flight, the boastful turtle wanted all the sea animals to see him. Do you know what he did? He opened his mouth and he called out, "Everyone, look at me! Look how amazing I am! A flying turtle!" And when he opened his mouth, he started to fall from the sky. And the Boastful Turtle crashed back into the ocean, never to fly again. Oh dearie me. Now there are a few different endings to this story depending on where in the world it's come from, and I've picked one that's good for the family. But there is a warning in there, as there are with many of these old tales. It's a warning. I wonder if you can talk about what the warning in the tale might be. Maybe you know some tales from around the world. Perhaps you could leave me a comment about which tales you particularly like as a family, and maybe I can tell them in another video and everyone can get to know them. Thanks for joining me for story time today. Until next time, bye bye.